Hi you guys, my name is Cherita and I need an intro. If you guys are not aware, I recently made a video talking about how I think that drama channels are on Jeffree's payroll, and a lot of drama channels actually got very offended by the title of my video, because not once in that video did I ever say that so-and-so or so-and-so was actually on somebody's payroll. Number one, it's a metaphor. Number two, like, who doesn't say things out of like commentary or out of humor just to get a rise out of people? But basically what happened is it came to the point that Cherita is not allowed to do clickbait titles, but everybody else in the world is. So basically this video is going to be about how drama channels are hypocrites. So there is a Twitter account by the name of Manic Hispanic, and I encourage all of you guys to go follow that channel, or I'm sorry, I encourage everybody to go follow that account because woo chili, the stuff that they talk about, So here's the thing, I would like to name drop, but the last time I name dropped, people got really offended and in their feelings, even though themselves as drama channels have name dropped. So the common denominator with a lot of these drama channels happens to be Jeffree Star. A certain drama channel talks about how a lot of makeup companies use the term or whatever, they use the name Unicorn Blood as a lot of their names, their products. Well, this particular, and you know what, you guys, like, honestly, if you guys want to go back and like put the pieces together, you can. But if the shoe fits, put that shoe on. So a certain drama channel talks about how Hot Topic basically copied Jeffree Star because of the name of a palette that they use called Unicorn Blood. Well, the same drama channel who dragged Hot Topic for using Unicorn Blood did not drag Jeffree Star for using the alien. Oh my gosh. So the same, oh, hold on. I'm sorry, because this is gonna happen again and this is so frustrating. So the same drama channel who dragged Hot Topic for using Unicorn Blood, which is not a trademarked name, yes, for a lipstick, but if we want to talk about trademark, ask Harry Potter fans where Unicorn Blood actually came from, but I digress. The same drama channel who talked about, or who dragged Hot Topic, did not drag Jeffree Star for using the alien palette, for which Hot Topic had the alien palette first, but it's because Jeffree Star's been calling himself an alien for years. So that's okay. So people always want to push this narrative, talking about, well, people just like, they have a vendetta against Jeffree Star. Okay, everybody has a bias. And side note, Tati Westbrook actually admitted that like when she was doing the review for the new James Charles palette, she even said like, look, this is gonna be biased because I consider James Charles family. Honestly, that's all everybody wants. Don't sit there and try to say, well, I mean, because no. Say your bias, move on. Nobody's mad at Tati. Not a single person is mad at Tati. They're actually glad that she spoke the truth. I don't know where I was at. I just got a phone call. And if you don't know, I record all of my videos on my phone. So I have to start from where I was. If you guys haven't noticed, a lot of people always take what Jeffree Star has to say at face value. People always say that his receipts are real, but when somebody else, and it doesn't matter who, when somebody else comes out with something, everybody always questions the validity, which I have a problem with. The things that people are saying that they have receipts on that are true about Jeffree Star are not far off from his character. But when Sam from Here for the Tea or David, which once again, I do not appreciate or approve of how David tried to come out with these alleged text messages. I don't approve. I'm not saying I'm on David's side. I think David was a pretty crappy person for what he did and how he tried to like put it out. Because like I said, if he puts it out, if people see it, they see it. If they don't, they don't. But don't try to convince people to be like, yeah, follow me and then and then. So once again, that was his bad. However, why is it that when David or Here for the Tea or anybody else comes out with these alleged receipts, they're just haters that are trying to get famous? Because honest to God, and you guys know this is how it works. People who are for Jeffree Star, they make it more than people who are against Jeffree Star. And that is science. People who are against Jeffree Star, they're haters. They're doing it for clout. But why is it never that people who are for Jeffree Star, they're just trying to suck up to him? Why is it never that? Everybody's like, there's a narrative. They're trying to push their narrative. But the crazy thing is like, you have to look at the patterns. The things that people are accusing Jeffree Star of are not far off from his problematic behavior. I mean, if you look at how he talks to his fans and his haters, I mean, he's been rude and problematic forever, but where is there, and please, when I tell you, please link the receipts below that David and Here for the Tea have been just as rude as Jeffree Star. Let me know. And I know for a fact that Sam has called Jeffree like a corpse or something like that. But her calling him a corpse is just as bad as Jeffree putting it out there that he thinks Jackie Aina is a rat. Same thing, same process, same problematic behavior. Because like I said, I'm on nobody's side. I'm just pointing out problematic behavior and consistency and patterns. That's all I'm doing. And then people always want to like clock different things. For instance, okay, so along the lines of patterns, besides what has been put out now, when has Here for the Tea or David ever put out fake receipts? That's all I want to know. Okay, so what I meant here is, when has Here for the Tea or David ever put out fake receipts when your faves are putting out fake receipts? So do you guys remember when a certain drama channel talked about how Thomas Halbert's apology video wasn't really an apology because he dragged people in his apology? He like told names and pointed names and said, you did this and you did that. But the same drama channel was living for Gabriel Zamora's apology. While I think both of them did a great job with their apology videos, but Gabriel name dropped. But the same person was like, oh, I loved Gabriel's apology video. But then like within like a month or two, who was Gabriel Zamora hanging out with? Jeffree Star. He changed his whole narrative. He changed everything that he had to say in his apology video. But who wanted to clock it? As Keith Sweat would say, nobody. So another thing that I am getting a lot of flack or backlash for is the fact that I put out a serious accusation about people being on payrolls. However, a certain drama channel, and I'm using the terms a certain drama channel because of subtweets, but we'll get there in a second. A certain drama channel told another drama channel, when I start making this YouTube money, I'm going to cut you a check. So why is it okay for somebody to tell somebody else that? But once again, I never said with my voice, with my words. All I did was a clickbait title, which once again, everybody else does. All I said was maybe Jeffree Star was giving them ammo. That's really all I said. But then when Jeffree Star accuses Laura Lee of paying somebody to make a video, who flinched? Not a single person. Everybody was like, oh, it must be true. It must be true. It must be true. But heaven forbid Jeffree Star paid somebody. And like I said, I don't know who's paying who or what's doing what. But y'all want to take everything he has to say at face value. Every single thing, no matter his pattern of behavior, no matter his character, you guys want to take everything he has to say at face value. But the minute somebody else does exactly what he's doing, they're haters. So back to Thomas Halbert. Nobody really proved that Thomas Halbert was a liar. Did they prove that he was a shady individual? Yes. Yes. But within this beauty community and this drama community, But within this beauty community and this drama community, who's not shady? Honestly, there's not a single person who has not been, oh, well, they're not shady, they're not shady, they're not shady. And I mean, mostly within the drama community, not so much the beauty community, but nobody needed factual evidence that Thomas Halbert was a liar. Everything that was proved about Thomas was that he was just shady. And guess what? Thomas was like, well, it's because of my mental illness and my this and my that. And everybody was like, no. And then Manny was like, Manny got proved to be a shady individual, not a liar, a shady individual. And everybody was like, no. You're not depressed. You're not anxious. What you have to say doesn't matter. Because guess what? Who was the one behind it saying that, oh, well, Manny's this, Jeffree Star? Who was the person talking about, oh, Thomas Halbert is a terrible human being and is a liar, Jeffree Star? But when Jeffree Star is like, you know, when I was out calling people racial slurs, it was because I was depressed. And everybody was like, ah! My poor Jeffree, oh God. Get out of here. Keep the same energy. And then we'll move on to Sam. Miss Here for the Tea. Everybody was pissed, P-I-S-T, pissed that she was getting close with beauty gurus. And everybody was like, well, she's biased. She's this, she's that. But when your faves start getting close to beauty gurus, y'all want to be like, I don't see anything. Actually, I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. But you guys are not keeping the same energy at all. And the same faves that are getting close with your favorite beauty gurus have their problematic past. And if y'all don't believe me, let's do some research. Okay, so back to like the David and Jeffree Star thing. A lot of people are asking, well, how come David didn't come out with these things sooner? Well, I think he's guilty for not coming out with it sooner. But as I say in all my videos, and this is a reach, there are reasons why people don't come out with certain things. Maybe it's because they're afraid. Maybe it's because they don't want to lose their job. Or maybe they think it's a one-time thing and they don't really think it's their character. Same thing with the Me Too movement. A lot of people don't report things because, oh, it was probably just a one-time thing. There's no way this person can actually be this way. Or if I report it, people will probably think I'm saying it just because this person has a lot of power. Nobody ever wants to go with that narrative, ever. People always go with the narrative as, well, they're such a big person. Why would they do this to jeopardize their status? You have to look at it from all areas. So let's move on to subtweets. A certain couple of drama channels actually subtweeted me. When I called them out and they were like, well, it wasn't a subtweet because everybody in the thread knew who I was talking about. Okay, that's fine that everybody knew who you were talking about, but you always talk about, let's agree to disagree. If we're friends, let's agree to disagree. And you claim that we're friends, but you have multiple ways of contacting me and you comment on all of my videos, but you want to sit there and say, well, I didn't want me or you to get backlash. Unfortunately, that's a part of being on YouTube. You're going to get hate from all directions. And that's just how it is because not everybody has the same morals or values or concerns, or not everybody agrees with everything. And then the same people who were like, I wasn't subtweeting, called out another drama channel for subtweeting. So it's okay for other people to subtweet, but it's not okay for you to subtweet because the same people in that thread knew who was talking about who. When people call you out, you mute, you block, you delete, you whatever it is that you do, you do. Hold yourself to the same standards. If you want to agree to disagree, then do it. Because there are a lot of receipts out there with you not agreeing to disagree. There are certain drama channels who are on Voice talking about, well, when I make the big bucks, I'm going to cut you a check. So why is that any different than somebody insinuating that other YouTubers cut other YouTubers a check?
When I start making these big ass YouTube checks, I'm gonna start cutting you a percentage, girl. I'm about making my manager, honey.
Mind you, those words never came out of anybody's mouth. And people think payroll is like, December 14th, this person did a drama channel about this. So for their 10-minute video, they get $1,000 per minute. No. Payroll is a metaphor. Payroll is a metaphor. Because not once did anything come out of my mouth saying that so-and-so is paying so-and-so. But there are other drama channels out there talking about monetary, payment, checks. But I'm the one that gets the backlash. And then my friend Mark, who has not bullied anybody, who has not said anything terrible about anything, it's all word of mouth. Well, he said this and he said that. And that's a lot of drama channels have been like that towards each other. There have been drama channels who have blocked each other, but then a year later, they're doing collabs together. Riddle me that one. So just because you heard something, these people aren't your friends. They're not your friends. No matter how much you want them to be your friends, they are not your friends. So basically, like, my video was talking about how nobody was talking about Sam's video. Nobody was talking about here for the Tea's video. And there's only been really one drama channel to really talk about it on Twitter. Nobody else has really talked about it on YouTube. But somebody on Twitter was like, look, I just don't believe that the texts are real. They said that they believed that the number was real, but that the text messages still could have been faked, which boggles my mind because it's like, we just showed you that the text messages were real, but you still want to believe that so-and-so faked text messages. However, there's no proof that so-and-so faked the text messages. So it all depends on your narrative. If you want to say that, like, your favorite is problematic, just say it and go. Just say that you don't believe that your favorite could be problematic, even though they have a problematic history, and go. That's all you have to do. But my favorite part is how everybody's like, well, there's a difference between the Android and the iPhone and the this and the that. And I've tried to send to this and I've tried to do this. Just because it's never happened to you does not mean it has never happened. And the same thing happens in society. People will be like, well, there's no way that, like, cops follow you throughout the store because you're black. Well, you're not black, so you don't know. Have you ever been followed through the store because you're black? Well, you're not black, so hush. So hush. Has anything ever happened to you only because of your color? Probably not. But just because it's never happened to you does not mean it's never happened. Have you ever been belittled by the cops for something so stupid and been thrown and on the ground and assaulted because of something you didn't do? I have. So don't tell me that because it didn't happen to you or because you sent a message and it didn't send the way that you wanted it to send doesn't mean that it's not true, because it can happen. How do you know that person's not more tech savvy than you? How do you know they didn't send it through an email? How do you know? You don't know anything. People go so hard over influencers who are trying to push the other narrative, as you guys want to say. Why is it so hard to listen to the other side? Why? Just look at what we see. I'm asking the questions that everybody else is asking, but they're too scared to ask. And I'm not afraid of anybody. I have nothing to lose. Not a single thing. So if you want to come for me, if you want to come for Mark, if you want to come for any other drama channel who is pushing a narrative against Jeffree Star, we're ready. We're here for it. Not because we hate Jeffree, but because we see through the lies. So anyways, I think that's my video for today. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And also do not forget to click subscribe for new content every single week. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.